Hey everybody, welcome to Collector's Haven. I'm Mike Pingel. Welcome to the newest show. Thank you for watching. And today in the house, yes, we are all the way across the pond once again to Australia. We have Jay, the new from the new recruit. Is that it? From the new recruits?
That's correct. And your boy looking at me now, your boy's seeing the Fiend Bray Wyatt.
Well, I was just gonna
How's it
say,
all going out there?
I was gonna say, have you gotten some work on your face? Easy for me to say.
I woke up on the wrong side of the bed and everyone says I look like yesterday's date.
Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't mind. Well, I don't have dates anymore, so it wouldn't be bad for me. How are you today, Jay?
I'm very well, but what we'll do is we will remove this. I'll do it in front. There we go. It's all fake. You don't have to get too scared. Let's get my face out. Here we go. Thank you very much for having me on the show.
I wish I had some striptease music for that. That would have been great.
Oh, we could have.
You could have. Well, it's 8 o'clock in the morning, though, right?
8 o'clock in the morning here in Australia. So it's been a bit of an early one, but it's been, as I said, a pleasure to be on your show. Love watching your show. It's been fantastic to see so many collectors and all their different little bits and pieces. So, right. Yeah. So you're doing a great job out there. Thank you.
Thank you for coming, and thank you for being here, and thank you for your collection gathers or spans. See, I think it's 8 o'clock morning here where I am. It spans over WWE, music, pop culture. I know you do a lot of Kiss collecting, and you do a lot of cosplay.
Cosplay.
I haven't drank enough today, folks.
Coffee. That's all right. No worries.
Oh my gosh. So let's start with that. What is your favorite character you like to cosplay?
I've got two. Obviously, seen Bray Wyatt. I love Bray Wyatt. I'm a massive wrestling fan. I watched my first match when it was on like a sports show down here called Wild World of Sports on Channel 9. And I was about 8 years old. I saw Hulk Hogan versus the Iron Sheik. He won the belt and then fell in love with it from there. So Bray Wyatt, who's a current character at the moment, I cosplay him. And also I'm a member of the International Mortal Kombat group and I do Nightwolf. So one of the few who do Nightwolf. So try to make it as best I can. I do have I love for the Native American culture, but his character's awesome. And yeah, I think just going and doing these characters, I think the most important thing for me is I love the community that we're with. And also, I do a lot of the charity work as well. So we do a lot of different characters and we go out and raise money for charities. We've got what we call the Good Friday Appeal, which is our Royal Children's Hospital appeal every year, which we raise money for the sick kids. And we just dress up and it's a absolute pleasure to go and see and do these things to help others, really. And we get a bit of joy, obviously, because we get to dress up. But obviously the finished product is also making people happy, which is great.
That just warms my heart. That is wonderful. that you're taking what you love and doing good things with it. That's even better.
Absolutely.
That's amazing. Yes. That's amazing. That's absolutely. Like giving it forward, passing it forward, or collecting it forward, or whatever you want to say. That's
it.
Kudos.
Thank you.
I like it. So let's talk about your collection. When did you start collecting?
Well, I probably started collecting when I was a younger kid, obviously. We started to say, excuse me, I used to watch videos, used to get toys. I used to say to myself when I was younger, because you obviously didn't have any money when you were younger, you go, I wish I could have had that. I wish I could have this. And I think by the time I started working at about age 15, I started going, okay, I can buy a few little bits and pieces. But I think it really ramped up in the mid-90s, back in the dinosaur era. We were dinosaurs. So we bought a few bits and pieces like wrestling dolls and all those kind of things. I got this still, Monkey Magic. You remember Monkey Magic?
I have to say I don't know Monkey Magic. What is Monkey Magic?
Okay. Yeah, it's a classic pop culture show. I think a lot of people out there would know it. This is a VHS, VHS tape of that one. So, yeah, bought that one there. And, just started collecting all these kind of different things. We used to go to wrestling shows when we were younger. I've got which is one of my rare ones. This is what really kept me going. I got from my first order from WWF was a Macho Man Randy Savage t-shirt. So this is my first one. It's a white one. I've had it for about 25, 30 years. And got it signed by, I think everyone would know, the Junkyard Dog. I don't know if you've watched WWE. He's one of the classic
Of
characters.
course.
The Junkyard Dog, Hulk Hogan. But this is what got me going with regards to collecting. And then when we got older, we had the money, so off we went. Sort of thing. We went and bought some things. I guess we're all guilty of that when we go to Comic-Cons.
Yes, all guilty of now I make my own money. I can buy my own stuff.
Correct. That's it. You've got to be careful, though. You've got to make sure you do what you're going to do. Yes. Make sure you pay your bills first, ladies and gentlemen. Pay your bills. Make sure you can eat. Make sure you look after your family. Then go for it.
Okay, so talking about that, what is the one thing that you bought that you had to eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for the week because you didn't have the money, but you needed to get the thing?
Oh, well, you saw the mask. The mask that I just had on, that one was about $500, but there was a custom-made one. But I'd have to say probably this thing here. It's an original WWF championship belt. At the time, it cost me about $850, $900. So that was pretty cheap at the time. But the big thing about this one is it's actually got the F symbol on it. Now, if people don't know, WWE was WWF, and obviously there was some issues with the World Wildlife Fund, so they changed to WWE, which is World Wrestling Entertainment. This is one of the last belts from 1999 to 2002 with The Rock, if you know The Rock, and Stone Cold Steve Austin. They held this belt, and I have the honor of having it in my collection. So I was very lucky to get that one. So that's probably where I have to eat cheap stations. But in all honesty, I try to just pick up stuff. I think a lot of flea markets, a lot of Comic-Cons. I'm very selective on what I buy these days, but I just don't go and buy anything. I like that. I have a particular love for particular things, I guess. And you'll see my collection is full of weird stuff. Yes, I am also a Baywatch freak. So there you go. So we'll talk about that later.
Baywatch. Oh my gosh.
Baywatch.
Now the stuff that you have, since you're in Australia, is it mostly stuff from Australia, or do you go international, or you get stuff from America, or where do you get most of your stuff?
What we do is I go onto you got your eBays and all those kind of things. So it's basically where we can pick stuff up from. Australia's got a lot, but also international. So it really depends where I'm looking. I open up and get what I have to get. Like, I'll give you another example. We're going to the Baywatch theme. I got that. That's David Hasselhoff's jacket from Baywatch, from the actual original Baywatch show. So I got that from obviously California. So we go worldwide. So I do wear that when I cosplay Baywatch.
Wait. You wear the actual one that was his. You wear that when you're out?
Yeah, only when I'm at Comic-Con. I don't, unless everyone knows I'm a Baywatch fan. And I do wear this when I do the Comic-Cons and stuff because, number one, it's easy to actually get into these costumes. I met him and I had this on and he goes, "Oh, man, that's cool." I go, "Yeah, that's yours." And he sat there and laughed. So it was quite funny. So, it was very interesting when we did that.
That is amazing that you actually are wearing the expensive collectibles that you buy.
Oh, look, when we do, because it comes down to when we do our conventions and stuff, I mean, with regards to the cosplay the last couple of years, especially, we really try to be we live the character and we live the costume. Because when these little kids come up and say hello to us, they're in a fantasy world. They go, "Oh my God, we've got a lot of people who play Superman. I've got a friend of mine who plays Wonder Woman, Catwoman. We've got a lot of the Star Wars group." So, and again, what it is all about, it's about giving some happiness to those kids. They see someone, they go, "Oh, I remember last weekend, Superman, a friend of mine, Melbourne Superman." There's your plug, mate. And there's also the Australian Thor. Now, we've got a guy who looks exactly like Thor, exactly like Chris Hemsworth. And these kids, they really gravitate to these people and just gives them a little bit of happiness, Mike. So that's the main thing of buying a good costume and making yourself look really, really good. You know what I mean? And obviously it's good for your soul as well. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just amazed that you're actually wearing the collectible. You didn't like have one made. That's. I mean, I'd be like, stay away from it, but get your coffee away from this jacket. Get away from it. Do you know how much?
I am very careful with it. I am very careful. Don't worry. When I'm at the cons, I make sure I go, righty up. I'm not eating anything. I'm not going to be eating anything. So, but I wanted to.
I can still smell David Hasselhoff. Can't you?
And we're going to do the slow run too, where you do have. This is only like a blow up one, but we have to put that in as well because that's a bit of a Hasselhoff. What do they call those boy things? So that comes around. It's all good fun.
I love it. I love that. So now, how many things do you collect? I mean, I cover a couple of things such as Kiss and WWE, now Baywatch. I mean, do you have the items that you collect? Are they things that, you know, from your childhood that you love, or is there something new that you find that you're like, oh my gosh, I need to get everything from this? Or how do you collect your collectibles?
Okay, so what I do is basically I love Mike, basically the superheroes. We go for that WWE, and it all rages off the things that I like. You know, TV shows. I love watching TV shows, as I said, with Baywatch and all those, maybe Friends and all those kind of things. Horror movies. So all those little bits and pieces, I thought I wouldn't mind something from the show, which would be absolutely fantastic. So when I go around looking, I try and buy those things like, for example, the Baywatch jacket. I go, that'd be fantastic to have in my collection. So it's basically looking at my love and then going from there. WWE is a bit different because there's so much stuff, and I have been collecting that for probably the most time, I'd say. But they've got so much stuff out now, and especially and also going into Kiss now. There's a heap of Kiss stuff. Where have we got Kiss? Let's have a look. Let's have a look at Kiss. Well, this one here, I'm just sorry about the back turning, but we've got the original 1977 doll from Gene Simmons. And I've got the other two in the over here, which I'll show you later. But that one there, and also a videotape, which I first bought, Kiss Exposed. So all the loves that I've had when I was sort of 15, 16, now I've actually got the money to go and blow and buy all these other things. So, yeah, so I'm very excited about doing that.
So with the WWE, since there's so much, how do you pinpoint what you want to purchase? Is it characters or?
Yeah, definitely characters, Mike. I look at mainly the older stuff. I'm really a retro 80s, 90s type of wrestling fan. You got your Macho Man Savages. We'll keep going. These two little Hasbro figures. I'm not sure if you've seen those, but that's an old school Macho Man Randy Savage and an Ultimate Warrior. So those are the ones we had when we were younger. So those are the characters, those superhero characters that we grew up with. But obviously now these days, it's selecting who you like these days. So, for example, Bray Wyatt, obviously. We've got Alexa Bliss. So ones you gravitate to. Yeah. I am a bit of a T-shirt freak, so I do buy a heap of T-shirts from different characters. But, yeah, you sort of gravitate. I'd have to say now you go for the scarier ones, you know, your Alexa Bliss, your Bray Wyatt, and also the head of the table, Roman Reigns. He's the Rock's cousin. So, yeah, he's fantastic. So I think you just gravitate to those. But also if you see something that you like, you know, you go from there, especially T-shirts. I can't help but buy T-shirts.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. I love it. Because, I mean, your collection is many different things. And I'm always interested how people... I mean, some people can buy everything, but most of us can't buy everything with every single thing.
Right.
You know, I was just out on something today. I was like, oh well, it will come around again if I'm supposed to have it. That's how I feel.
That's how it be. That's exactly right.
You know.
Yeah. So just one. I'll just actually while we're on that, just the WWE stuff. Also, I like to buy. Well, I haven't bought it, but I got these autographed. So I've got a Chris Jericho. I like to get I bought the books. I've got every single WWE magazine. I think I'm missing about probably 20 episodes, probably 20 magazines, but I've got them all, and I got the honour of getting them autographed. This one's autographed by Tori Wilson, Chris Jericho, who's in AEW, which is I'm a massive fan of AEW, so that's another thing I got to get off the shop zones there. So I buy a few things there, and also the Rated R Superstar Edge. So that was pretty cool to get that autograph there. So that one there, and also this one. I mean, we all know Hulk Hogan. So I actually got one of the WWE magazines autographed personally by Hulk Hogan. So that was pretty cool. I grew up watching him when I watched my first match against the Iron Sheik. Yeah, many matches against Paul Orndorff, Roddy Piper, all those ones. And to meet Hulk Hogan was, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
So, I mean, that's great. How do you feel when you meet the actual people that you collect on?
Oh, mate, it's I'm in cloud nine. I mean, I treat them with a lot of respect, but you got to keep those butterflies going. I mean, I've met, I'll probably send you a few photos of Brock Lesnar. I've met The Rock, which is an honour. Met The Rock, met Hulk Hogan, Jimmy Hart, Brutus Beefcake, Ric Flair, a heap of them, Roman Reigns, all these new ones, Bray Wyatt, and a few others. But I think meeting so many different stars, that's another thing. I guess you put it into the collector's thing because I do a lot of celebrity photos as well.
Oh, yeah.
I've sent you a few of them. I love getting photos with the celebrities. It's great just for, say, it's good to have those photos. But I've met many, many different ones, which we'll probably go into a little bit later. But that's probably part of the collecting as well. So you sort of got that offset job where you got your cosplaying, which I do now. And also, we chase around a few celebrities. I'm not one of those bad ones that go, give me a photo of that. Always treat people with respect. And all of them have been very, very nice. And always, if they don't want to be bothered, you don't bother them. And you just, if they can, you say, hello, how are you? Do you want a photo? And always a Mr. and Miss. You never call them by their first name. Always treat them with respect. And they're fantastic to do it. You just have to pick your times.
Nice. Well, let's start looking at some of your collection in that room. I want to see some stuff.
You want to see some stuff? Well, what I'll do is I have taken a few things just to show you. We do have here an NWO. Now, I'm not sure if everyone knows the NWO, but I'm a massive Dennis Rodman. There is another one for you. I'm a massive Dennis Rodman fan. So nice. We got those ones, and this is a NWO Dennis Rodman Hulk Hogan figure. All right,
it's a combo.
It's a combo figure, but don't ask me how much it's worth. I haven't got them valued, so I wouldn't have a clue. But these ones,
how much you pay for it? $100?
I only paid about $25 for it, tops. So whatever it's worth now, it's going to be fantastic. So I mean, all us collectors we could actually see from there. So yeah, we got that there. I'll take a few others, and we'll go for a bit of a wander. But records. Are you a record collector, Mike?
I just started back. Literally, well, records today, for the new records are very expensive, but
they are.
You go to the store and get some cheap ones, but they don't play very well anymore.
No, you got to get exactly. But this one I've got now. Another one of my freaky talent. I wouldn't call it talent, but I'm actually in the Village People tribute show down here.
What?
Right? Yeah, so I actually got a photo and I've got a signed record from the whole members of the original Village People.
And that's the movie right there.
So people go, the Village People go, yeah, me and a friend of mine, we go to all the shows. They know who we are. We sit there, we dress up, and it's all good fun and games when you are.
And which one do you play?
Have a guess. You'll get it.
The Indian?
Of course.
I only know that because I saw some pictures.
Yep, saw the pictures. But that's pretty cool, that one. Now, do you have neighbours over there?
Neighbours? I have a neighbour. I have a couple of neighbours.
Do you have the show Neighbours? Have you seen the show?
I don't think so. No, not at all.
No, that's all right. But the other one we've got is another WWF album, the original wrestling album. It's the first one they did when they did their Rock and Wrestling Connection when Cyndi Lauper went in, and that I got that for $4. Would you believe it? A flea market. So that's where us collectors can pick up, you know. So it's pretty cool. But that one there's I don't know how much that's worth now, but yeah, $4 I paid for that. So
Good price. Good price.
pretty cool there. But we also, let's go for a bit of a wander here.
Let's do
See
it.
if I can move this around. See if I can take this with me. I'll put it up here for us so we can, sorry about the thing, but we've got a few things here. We've got our WWF, WWE things over here. Got some figures. There you got figures there. Is that okay there, Mike?
Yeah, it's looking good. If you can move it.
It's okay? Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there we are.
Put that over there, yes. I've actually got something in the middle here. I've got a machine under here. But yeah, those are some WWE figures. I'll pull them out to have a bit of a look. We might see if we can, even better. How's this? Rightio, here we go. We've got some WWE figures there. We've got those there, they're the Jax figures. Okay, we've got some newer ones up there. So you can have a look at those. There's a couple there. We've got Bray Wyatt there as usual. We've got Roman Reigns. We've got Daniel Bryan and all those ones. Those ones usually, like the figures usually cost about, $20 odd now, but you can sort of get them for a little bit more depending on what they are. You've also got over here a bit of some different stuff here. Okay, can you see those ones? The pop vinyl stuff over there. We've got, let's have a look over here. We'll have a bit of an open and have a look. Can we see in there, mate? You got some Ghostbusters there.
Oh, yeah.
So that's just one of the normal Ghostbusters ones. Yeah, and we've also, can you see that there? What else we got there? I got the DC superheroes. As you can see, I'm not a person that doesn't open up to everything, and we got these DC superhero ones. That's a Harley Quinn down the back there. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool down there. And also another Fiend Bray Wyatt, so you can see that. But also what we've got down here, I don't mind a championship belt. And we've also got here another championship belt from ECW. So a lot of the people who watch the show, maybe who are wrestling fans, might be able to see that, they know what ECW was. That was back in the 1990s. And I got the honour of getting the belt too. So, yeah, I don't mind getting, if I can pick them up for a reasonable price, I'll buy them there.
Nice.
Okay, and then we'll move around a little bit. And we've got some, now this one up here, this is where you'll probably see up here, we've got some Kiss dolls up here. So we've got the original, 4 originals up there. They sing, actually, those ones. So I got them at a really good price, actually. I'm not sure how much they're worth these days, but those ones there, they're fantastic. They actually sing either Love Gun or Destroyer songs. One's got Christine 16, one's got Love Gun. We've also got Beth over here from Peter Criss. So all those ones there, they're cool. They're really cool. So, and over here, Mike, we've got this thing here. Now, this is a really funny story. A guy came up to us at a show, and he goes, "I want to get rid of this." I go, "Okay." And he goes, "Would you like it?" And I go, "Yeah, all right." Now, I haven't put it on, obviously. He was a Kiss fan. He goes, "Look, I just want to pass it on to the next generation of Kiss fans." So I said, "Oh, yeah, okay, fair enough." And I took it. So there you go. I said, "Why not?" So make sure we disinfected and everything else. But we did that. And, it looks really cool. And the glasses you've got on there are the Bret the Hitman Hart sunglasses, which are the ones from another WWF superstar, Bret the Hitman Hart, which is one of my faves. He used to have these sunglasses that came out, used to give them out to the kids. And, yeah, I got hold of one of those, which has been fantastic. So, yeah, over here, a couple more others. We'll just open this up. Now, we do have a bit of I might do this one for you, Mike. This is a bit interesting. This one. These are Monster High. Have you heard of those?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so we've got a stack of Monster High dolls there. Now, a lot of them are the rare ones. We've got Scara Screams. We've got who's this one over here? This is Vampira. Who else have we got there? We've got a lot of them that I don't even remember the names. I'll be honest with you. There's Claudine. There's who's this other guy over here? There's so many. I've got to remember all the names because I haven't really watched it for long. But all these here, we've got a few. There's another lot. Most of these ones are. So a lot of them are the rare ones that are coming through. I couldn't tell you exactly which ones are the absolute rare because we haven't got them valued yet. But there's some Monster High ones. And just down here, we've got this guy in a wheel. Would you believe in a wheelchair? Because he's got can you see that there?
Yeah.
So you got a lot of those ones that are in packets. Well, we bought them in group packets, which you got, say, a double of another figure, but you had to buy the ones with the rare one in it. But that's okay. We could go from there. As I said, don't remember a lot of these ones. These are my daughter's ones, but she's a collector too, and she loved them when she was a kid, and we've just kept collecting, and now they're in the grand stage of being displayed. And we've got another lot here. So I'll just go down here. There you go. But a lot of that one, especially that guy there, I can't remember what their names are because my daughter knows more than me. But a lot of them are very, very rare ones, which are really, really cool.
Nice.
So there you go.
So you got your daughter collecting too.
Oh, she loves it. Yes, she does. Just one more thing over here. Now, do you remember the 80s show Chips?
Of course.
There's the hat from Chips. There is the hat from Chips. I'll pull it out. I'll put it down so we can actually see it properly. Let's see if we can get it done properly for you. There you go. So I'll put it onto the side. That's the original hat from Chips.
Nice.
The one from Eric Estrada and his mate John. Oh, what was his name? John. Got to remember his name. Okay. Oh, John. Oh, Larry Wilcox. That's his name. Larry Wilcox. So that's the Highway Patrol one. We do use this in the Village People Act when my friend does the cop. So again, we use our props. So
I love it. I love it.
There you go. There you go. And just behind there, I might as well give it a little bit of a plug. We've got a Kylie Minogue doll here. I'll put it up here so we can see. You obviously know who Kylie Minogue is. I
do. I bought her new album. Yes, I do.
But yeah, fantastic. So that's the original. There's two actual Kylie Minogue dolls. There's a red one which I've got somewhere stashed a lot of places, but it's stashed back in somewhere. But yeah, but that's one of the original Kylie Minogue dolls there. So there you go.
Nice. I love it.
Fantastic. So the other one I'd like to show you, which I do have here, which I'll put up for you right here, is is anyone a Rocky Horror fan? We've got a Rocky Horror fan. Rocky Horror. Well, let's have a look at this one. Let's have a look at this one. Let's see if we can line this one up here. That is an original Rocky Horror Frankenfurter doll. I got that for when I went to the States back in 2002. And stupidly, again, we're trying to, you don't want to eat peanut butter and jelly. But I got the Frankenfurter one, but there was a Columbia and there was a Magenta, if I'm correct, in the series. But that is you cannot find those anywhere. That one, I don't know how much that one is worth.
Wow.
So that one there. And while we're on it, apologies for the cameras, but do you remember MC Hammer?
Of course.
You can't touch this? Well, here we go. Let's look at an MC Hammer doll. There you go. So that's the original MC Hammer doll. It has a tape in it. It plays You Can't Touch This. Sorry about that. There you go. And yeah, pretty cool. That's a pretty cool figure. Yeah, again, I don't know where you can find those ones, but yeah.
I love it.
So there's that one there. So that's a pretty cool figure. So that one there. So yeah. So there you go. So the other ones over here, we'll just hop over here. Now these ones over here, Mike, we have. I'll just put it over here. Sorry about the light. I'll just tip the light this way. That's better. Now we do have the original. I can't get it in the front there, but let's put it up that way. There's two original Sesame Street stuffed animals or stuffed toys. That's two of them. So we've got those two there with another belt. What can I say? But you've got Kermit and you've got the original Big Bird. Now, these ones I had when I was a kid, and they've been stashed away, and thank God they were. So I don't know how much these things are worth. Again, that's one of two of the originals. I've got Bert, Ernie, Grover, Cookie Monster, and I think that's about it. Yeah. So that's it. And these two here, Kermit and Big Bird. So they're two of the original ones there. So this is where I'm very unique with what I buy. You know, you'll find there's a lot of different stuff in there. I'm
loving your collection.
Fantastic. Well, we'll keep going. As I said, apologies for the camera work, and it's terrible.
No, it's fine. Sorry, I couldn't send my crew.
Let's put it this way. That's better. So this one here, I'll just see if we can line this one up here. Okay, we've got a couple of figures here. We've got our friend Bray Wyatt again. And also we've got a couple, I love a good tape as well. So we've got from 1988, we've got Smash Hits 88 there. 88, 87? So, look, I think it'll be 87. That's 87, I think. No, 88. Sorry, my mistake. 88. So that's something that, tapes back in the dinosaur era that we did. So I've got a lot of those classic tapes there. And I've also got, I am a massive fan of Boy George and Culture Club. And that is the original Colour by Numbers tape. I don't mind going to the flea markets and picking up those tapes, which are really, really cool. So I've got a stack of those ones. I've got a lot of the Kiss ones, and I've got a lot of the compilation ones, which are pretty cool. So there's a couple more WWF ones. Now, this one here is a new figure. Now, do you remember He-Man and the Master of the Universe?
Yes, I do.
Right. Now, I don't know what happened with WWE, but they got involved with He-Man. I'm a massive He-Man fan myself. It's a vast range. But here we've got a WWE Masters of the Universe figures. They made about probably, I think, 20 or 30 of them. And, again, I bought my hero, Bray Wyatt. You cannot get this one in this country. So I had to go to Canada to get this one. And it was graciously got this figure there. But, yeah, it's really good. It's the way it's set up the same way. You got the book in the back with the the story of the Fiend Bray Wyatt as a Master of the Universe. So yeah, so it's pretty cool. That one's pretty cool. I pretty much enjoy that one too.
So when something like this, would you buy two so you could open and look at the book, or would you just buy one?
I would buy one, and depending on so I'll just put this back in so I can talk to you. Thank you very much for your time. There we go. Beautiful. What I would do, Mike, is I would buy one and then maybe in the future buy two. So it really depends how it all goes. So it depends on how, if I like it, I want to move it. Like, as you can see, I've got about 6 Bray Wyatt figures, but that's just the way it is.
Yeah. And how much money is in your pocketbook.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, exactly right.
Pocketbook, wallet, same thing. So are the belts the most expensive thing in your collection?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, I'd say so. I'm as I said, I haven't got everything valued at the moment. There's a couple of rare figures. There's a couple of rare ones down the back, like this one here. another monster high one. I'm not sure. So Iris Klops, that's another one. We kept that in pack. I bought that for $25, would you believe? I know I got valued at about $450 or something like that, apparently. In packet, in perfect nick. That's in perfect nick. You have to get it all valued. But yeah. But I'd say the belts would be the one that would be monetary value, would be the big ones. So you've got, obviously this is that one there we're talking about. That's the one that's probably worth the most. Again, we have to get them all valued. But yeah.
Yeah. And regardless of price, what is your most prized possession you have?
Oh, I don't know. So many. There's so many. Look, at the moment, I don't know. I'd have to say the belts. I'd have to say the belts at the moment. Prized possession wise, but I think the most prized possession for me are all the autographs, Mike. All the autographs and photos that I get with celebrities and all the people that I idolise. I think that's personally for me, that's the most important thing for me. I love them. I got, as they're getting to meet these people, and I met a few of them, which I've had really good chats with, and excuse me, and they've been really, they're just normal people, really, if you treat them normally, So yeah.
Well, that's who was your favorite that you met?
Oh, I have to say, really nice ones. I have to say, there's a guy by the name of John Morrison. He was really cool. He was a WWE superstar. They call him Johnny Drip Drip, Johnny Nitro. Got to meet him at a comic convention. He was brilliant. He was really, really nice. Also, one guy I have the utmost respect for. He treated my daughter with the absolute most respect I've ever seen. He was absolutely brilliant. His name's Juventud Guerrera. He's in Mexico. He's a Mexican professional wrestler, and we got to meet him in 2020, just before the pandemic hit. So he came out to Australia to wrestle, and I met him at my friend's comic shop, Go Figure Collectables. There's your plug. Met him over there at a meet and greet, and he was fantastic. He got talking to us, and then we bought one of his masks. This is one of his masks, and got that obviously personally autographed. But at the end of the night, after the show, he got us up to do a photo, and we were about to walk out, and he actually as I said, remembered your name. He goes, come over and get a photo. I go, oh, really? Because you haven't got one together, and three of us. I thought, hey, that's just great, So you have these great experiences. I think the experiences are priceless, Mike. That's the most important thing for me, yeah. And that's the whole, collecting, cosplaying, being in the Village People tribute show, all this kind of entertainment stuff is awesome. I mean, what you're doing is brilliant. Yeah, so yeah, it's meeting great people. That's what gives me joy, to be perfectly honest. I have all this. There's this community out there, and all your guests, Wonder Mama. Wonder Mama are good friends. We've met at a couple of cons, and all these great people. We've got there's a great community of people out there. That's really good. Yeah.
There is, and collectors are usually quite kind.
We're all very kind, from what I knew. Yeah,
there are some a little bit more competitive than the others, but yeah, and then,
I guess we try to support. We try to support each other, Mike. Like, that's what I'm saying. What you're doing is absolutely fantastic. I love all your shows. When I came across it on Instagram, and I support. I try to, my main thing is, again, with Instagram, and you've probably seen me, I tag and support everyone.
Yeah.
And also, it's really weird that you find cosplayers who are collectors, so you actually get to do some swaps and stuff like that. And, I've got, working with, local bands. Okay, I'll give you another plug in Malice's Wake. We've got Die-Maschine, Silva Music, all those guys. We've got podcasters like yourself. You're doing your show. You've got Wrestling Days, BC Amplified, JD from New York, and Seed Wrestling. I met all these great people, Mike. Now I can actually go, how are you? And, that for me, that's going to be great. We'll be able to talk more about what we collect and what we do, So it's really, really good.
It's a lot of fun.
But I think the biggest thing is for me, Mike, this one, wrestling got me into. Actually, the other guy the other person I met, which is the nicest guy, other than John Morrison, was Diamond Dallas Page. Do you know Diamond Dallas Page at all?
Unfortunately, I don't.
That's okay. That's all right. He was a WCW champion. He was back in the 90s. So if you were a wrestling fan, you'd know. He actually started DDP Yoga. He went from wrestling to yoga. And I've been privileged to be a level 2 instructor there. So I've got my level 2 instructor hat and all that. So I actually followed his journey with regards to getting fit. Again, obviously, I'm in the health and fitness industry myself, but he got me back in when I was, I had a back injury. So he had a back injury as well, and he started DDP Yoga back in the 90s. He won the world title, had $1 million deal, and he blew his back out. And then he started yoga, and here he is today, helping other people. It's this community, man. It's so cool. And I actually got the honor of doing a DDP Yoga workout with him back in 2016. I helped him one of his seminars down in Melbourne. Himself and Craig Aaron. So very, very good, mate. It's very grateful. It warms my heart to talk to these people, but also, as I said, just all these people, yourself as well. As I keep talking, the great stuff you've been doing, and all this stuff is awesome. So yeah, it's great.
Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. It's a nice story that some of you love and liked and adored and are collected, or whatever words you want to say. You get to become friends with and go with a different journey with them. It's really nice. It's nice.
Absolutely.
That kudos on you for being not a stalker.
No, that's right. That's the most important thing.
Wow, you have an amazing collection and amazing stories. This is amazing.
Thank you.
Is there something you are looking for that you have not found yet? For?
Yeah, everyone asks me that. I guess when it comes up, I see a lot of people. I collect a lot of T-shirts. I do a lot of T-shirt collecting. So I got these ones here. There's a Roddy Pipe. Well, it's Ronda Rousey T-shirt. I see something like that, I want to get it. So I think the T-shirt collecting's a big thing for me. And I guess I just have a list of little things that, something, for example, this one's a funny story. I always used to use a bin lid to be Captain America. And finally, I had the money to buy that. so there's a lot of people who've got one of these, but I finally could say I don't have to use a bin lid anymore.
That looks pretty authentic.
It's one of the replica ones. It's the plastic one. A friend of mine who does Captain America here in Melbourne, he actually has the full on outfit and the shield. It looks absolutely brilliant. You jump on my Instagram, you had to see him. He's
So you said
this is the thing.
That's plastic?
That's a tough plastic one. Yeah.
Wow, it doesn't look like plastic. That looks nice.
Yeah. It's a tough plastic one, yeah. So it's the hard plastic one. So it's one you can get these ones at any con, but the ones my mates have got the metal ones. They cost about $1,200 or something like that. They're huge.
Well, that metal is not cheap, and you can't find it often.
No, you have to go to another planet to find it. They say.
I was gonna pull my knowledge of, then I lost it. Not enough coffee, folks. Not enough coffee.
Not enough coffee. Probably another interesting one from WWE. People always ask about I always have money in the bank. So anyone who's a WWE collector would understand this one. This is what they do. They actually have a pay-per-view that someone who gets one of these gets an automatic title shot. So obviously WWE in their wisdom decide to go and make a few so people can have them. So people like myself can go and buy them. So this one here, I think it cost me about 170 Australian dollars. So yeah, obviously plus postage or that. But yeah, it's one of those things where, again, my thing is, I'd love one of those, and I've got one. So I put the money away and save up.
I like it.
And there's one more thing. It's a bit freaky. I don't know but Bray Wyatt, this is what I use at the cons. It's the official Bray Wyatt lantern. So it's a little bit freaky. We use it at Halloween. So it actually turns on. Where are we? Where's the? There it is.
What?
There we go.
Oh yeah.
Freaky. But they sell them at WWE.
Wow.
So it's all these freaky little things. But mate, the amount of kids that have got these in the States is unreal. I mean, you think you'd be scared, but it's not.
Now, is that the freakiest thing in your collection? Because I think it's pretty freaky.
Well, that one there, and also, I think the most ridiculous thing I've got in my collection would be, we play cricket over here. Okay, straight, cricket. Okay, so I'm not sure whether you're familiar with cricket, but a lot of the UK friends, and obviously Australia and New Zealand would know cricket. It's very similar to baseball, I guess, in some ways. But there was a cricketer by the name of Glenn McGrath, and he made his own sauce. Now, we wouldn't want to use this sauce because it's probably rancid, because I've had it for about 25, 30 years. So
Probably.
but it's still sealed. Yeah, it's still sealed. So I haven't touched it, but it's just like a novelty. These are the kind of things I like to buy, these novelty things. So, I mean, you can't get them anywhere. So, I mean, I don't know how much they're worth. You know, it's a real, I mean, you look at me and go, this is really weird. But, you know, so, but yeah, that's the weirdest one. That's the weirdest thing I've probably got.
Well, that is, well, yeah. And I wouldn't taste it. I wouldn't do a taste test.
Oh, no, I won't either.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for showing me a part of your collection. I see so many more toys. We're going to have to do another one with you because there's so much back there behind you. I can see some stuff.
Yeah, there's there's so much. Well, as
so
I said,
so much.
There's so many different things. Next time we can set it up a little bit different. But as I said to you, you know, it's just the love of collecting, and then it moves into, you know, as I said, if it wasn't for collecting, we wouldn't have met, and I wouldn't have met so many great people. So it's always one of those things where we have our life where we go to work, and then we come back and we can be ourselves again. But,
absolutely. So people,
no,
if people are out there who want or have something that they want to sell you or give you or anything like that, where can they reach out to you?
Okay, probably the best place is Instagram at VP New Recruits. Look, I'm looking for trivia hosts, actually, to be perfectly honest. I do a trivia show.
Okay.
But basically, I get people to come on board, and maybe they can do a live video about their cosplay, even about their collecting, whatever they love. They can talk about it, and I promote them. So I do an intro video, and I promote them and send it out to our community. And I also send them the video, convert it, send it over, and they can use it for their own promo. But it's a great way to make some friends there, and I love doing it over ISO. I thought, what are we going to do? And yeah, so Instagram, VP New Recruits.
Right.
You can jump on that one, or Facebook, you got the New Recruits, Village People and Trivia Show. Also, I'm a part of the Melbourne Costume Group. If you jump on that, and also the 80s Montage podcast, I'm involved in those. I've got a few little groups. There's Team Accountable in Australia. If you jump on any of those, you can get onto me, and mate, looking to swap and sell, no problem. Yeah, trading's probably better. I like trading. Money. Yeah, who needs money except for buying collectibles?
Right. Those darn people who take our bill, give us
and pay our bills. We got to pay bills.
Thought of that.
Can I give a big shout out to you too, mate? Collectors Haven, mate. Thank you so much for having me, and yeah, you do a wonderful show. So jump on, and I'll be definitely always supporting you. And yeah, thank you so much for having me on board. It's been a treat, something different, and yeah, hopefully we can get something involved later on down the track.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for taking the time this early in the morning. Now you have the whole day to go have some fun, I guess.
Oh, look, you're always up early, you know, depending which way I get up. I might get up with that mask on, depending which character I decide to get out of.
That's between you and your therapist, okay?
That's correct. Yeah, I'll give him a call Monday morning, 9 a.m.
Thank you for coming. Hey, everybody out there, thank you for watching. If you like the show, please like it, make a comment, and then share it. And if you have a collection, I would love to chat with you too. So DM me, email me, send me a smoke signal. I don't care. I'll get in touch with you somehow. Thank you so much. Hey, have a great day.
Thanks very much.